roll up in the club, and 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 get shit cracking.
I'm Marlon. I'm the DJing half of BassJackers. In New York right now, just played a show last night at Webster Hall. It's packed out. It was amazing. When we started with BassJackers, I was already DJing, and I knew that to take it to another level, you need your own music. And Ralph was already we were friends from high school, and he made music on his computer, but he didn't make any specific kind of sound. He just knew how to produce music on his computer. And I showed him some examples of tracks that if he would make something like that, I could play it out and, just see where it goes. So after a few months, we had our first track we were both satisfied with. It got picked up by Fedde Le Grand, and it's all started from then. That's when BassJackers was born. Being a Dutch DJ, I think is one of the best schools to learn it, because when you play in Holland, you can play 10 shows a week or 3 shows a night. You play a lot of different crowds. It's a tough crowd too. They're really hard to please, because they've seen it all. All the headliners play all the clubs, and you have to really prove yourself before a Dutch crowd. So when you're schooled in Holland and you're gonna play somewhere else in the world, it's kind of easier, There's so much energy, and all the tricks you learn in Holland to get the crowd going goes off in the States 10 times better. So it's a good school. We as BassJackers always been really independent. Of course, there were a few key persons in our career that really of course, Fedde was the first one to pick up our music, so that really helped. And then our little breakthrough was 2011 when we came with Mush Mush. It's our biggest track so far. It got picked up by Tiesto, and that really launched our career. And of course, you play support shows with guys you can play the big venues, you can open up for a Tiesto or an Afrojack, or we played shows with Dada Live and Bingo Players. So that always helps, when you play shows with those guys, because you get to prove yourself for their fans, and you can win them if you play for these crowds. So actually, the only thing we use in our DJ setup is you have the Pioneer CD players and you have the mixer, but I only travel with a USB stick and the laptop to arrange. In Rekordbox you can arrange your playlists and all, but it's just a USB stick. Plug it in and you're ready to go. 4 can come in really handy if you you always have to think a few tracks in advance, so you can set it up on that deck, and I'm gonna play that track after that, so you're gonna set it up on that. And then I always use one deck solely for acapellas to mess around over the music, hype it up a little bit more. It kind of depends what kind of set you're playing. If you play as an opening DJ for a big headlining act, we usually hold back a little bit more. We're gonna play our own music, but we're not gonna play the hits, and the transitions are slower. If we play a headlining set, it's really high energy. It's track after track after track, and you hype up the crowd, and you make little moments to grab attention, and you take the mic, and that's what you don't do when you're opening. So you can do your own thing, but in a different way. You hold back a little bit more. But all our sets are always high energy. It's that's what our music is. So it's always gonna be raging stuff. It's not, we don't play a tech or actual opening set. I really don't think that I need motivation, because what we're doing right now is the thing that I love most. So that keeps you going. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you're not in for the love of music, and if you don't like to perform for crowds and all, you cannot do this, because the traveling is exhausting. And the thing that gets you going is the energy that the crowd gives you. And I think, yeah, if you're doing what you love, you don't really need motivation. But of course, yeah, like when you play that first track and the fans go crazy, then that is boom, you're good to go. First headlining show at Webster last night, and the hype for that show was crazy. Like, I've never seen so many tweets before a show, like people anticipating for that show. So I already knew I was in for a treat, and I arrived at the venue and it was packed, like hot, sticky, and from the first track till the last track there was like 100% energy. And that is my overall experiences with our New York shows, that the energy is really high, and all the people, they know your music. Like, when you play a certain track, they know that track, they listen to that track the whole week, and they're like, yes, it's here, and then they go nuts, and that is amazing. When we started, we always did what we like to do. Like, we started out with the bassy and like the Dutch high-pitched synths, and we never stopped doing that because it's high energy and that's what we love. And at some point in Holland, people were like, yeah, but that sound, it's done and it's not cool anymore. But you know, it was what we liked to do, so we kept doing it, and then it started to pick up, like in the US and like in Asia and like all over the world. And yeah, we still make that stuff. Of course, it evolves, and we try to do different things, and there's always like little trends, like certain sounds that are hot, but we always stick to what we started with. Like, it's high energy, it's a lot of bass, it's in your face music, and yeah, that's what we do, and we will never stop doing that. On the production side, we have a lot of new releases coming up. I think the next one is our track with DJ Rehab. We're gonna release it on Calvin Harris's label. It's called Fly Eye. It's the release date is due for next month. Then we have our release scheduled on Nicky Romero's label, Protocol Records. We made a new track with Jordy Daz. It's gonna be on Revealed. There's no release date for that yet. And yeah, Ralph is always working in the studio on new stuff. So yeah, on that side we're good. And the touring has been crazy. Like, our schedule is packed till the end of the year. We're gonna do some US runs. We're gonna do an Asia tour. We're gonna do a lot of stuff in Europe. Of course, now in the summer we do Ibiza, like almost every week. Our residency in Vegas just kicked off, so we're gonna be there like almost every month. And yeah, on the touring side is good, on the production side is good, so yeah, we're happy. The craziest thing at a show, there's a lot of funny things that happen, like people, like in Vegas it's very common for girls to flash their titties recently. I kind of like it, it's cool. Yeah, people going like insane. I have some funny things too, like played a show in Indonesia, and this girl ran up to me, and I think she's gonna ask for a track or whatever. So she's like asking me something. I'm like, what? And then she asked, like, do you have the Wi-Fi password? I'm like, what? No, get out of here. That was pretty funny though. It's actually one of the craziest things. Yeah. The Wi-Fi password. That's good. We're gonna have to make a track that's called the Wi-Fi password. So if someone runs up, hey, do you have the Wi-Fi password? Yeah, I'm gonna play it right now. Yo, this is BassJackers. We run the night. Do you?